So we are on part 2 of 7.2, and we just talked in the previous video about area is base times height. So what we're going to do is we're going to have to multiply these two numbers. So go ahead and write them with me. You need 3.43 times 6.1. So go ahead and write that down. Now, some of you might be starting to solve this. Good job. Go ahead and do it with me. So, or you can pause it and come back to it and see if we get the same answer. 3 times 1 was 3. 4 times 1, 4. 3 times 1, 3. Now, what do I need to do? 0 is a placeholder. 6 times 3 is 18. For my 1. 6 times 4 is 24, plus 1 is 25. 6 times 3 is 18, plus 2 gave me 20. Go ahead and add all of these together. So, we're going to move over here. 3 plus 0 gave me 3. 4 plus 8 gave me 12. I need to carry my 1. 5 plus 3 is 8, plus 1 is 9. That's a 0, plus nothing is 0. 2 plus nothing is 2. Now, ask yourself, how many times do I need to move my decimal? Well, 2 times here, 1 time here. So I need to move my decimal 3 times. Which means my answer should be 20.923. If you really want to go above and beyond, make sure you put your label in there, inches. Okay, again, just multiplying, figuring out how many times you're going to have to move your decimal, and you'll get your answer. Let's go ahead on to the next one. For this one, they want to know that if a screen of a big screen TV has a length of 52.3 inches and a width of 29.4 inches, what is the area of the screen? So go ahead and try this one on your own. Okay, you know that area is equal to base times height. Okay, so you know then that you're going to have to multiply 52.3 times 29.4. Okay, and then when you do that, you find your answer, and you know that you move your decimal once here and once here, so you know you're going to have to move it a total of 2 times. Go ahead and solve this. Take your time. Okay, press pause, and when you are done, go ahead and move on. Again, I'm going to be checking this got it tomorrow before you move on. And you see all of your work.
Rounding money to the nearest penny means rounding to the hundredths place.
So for this one, they're doing $2.36 times 3.1, or that would be $3.10. Okay, so here what they're going to do is multiply. Well, 6 times 1 is 6, 3 times 1 is 3, 2 times 1 is 2. Add a 0 as a placeholder. 3 times 6 is 18, carry my 1. 3 times 3 is 9, plus that 1 would be 10, carry my 1. 3 times 2 is 6, plus 1 is 7. So they go ahead and they add all this together. So they're saying when you add it, that $2.36 times $3.10 gives you $7.31 plus the extra 6. Well, here in America, we don't have that third spot for our coins. We have 31 cents. So they're saying, okay, well, the nearest penny, we have to round to the nearest penny. So we know that the nearest penny would be right here because we have 31 cents, right? So they're going to ask you, look at the thousands place. Okay, so that's the 6. And 6 is greater than 5. So when we're rounding, remember, anything bigger than 5 or bigger, you round up. So they're saying that $7.31.6, when you round that, because of this 1, well, 6 is better, or bigger, than 5, so this then is going to become a 2. So you get $7.31. 2 cents. So let's go ahead and try this. It should be on the back. Okay, we're going to do these next 2 problems, and then you are done. So if you buy a bag of apples at the market that weighs 3.24 pounds, what is the price of the apples? Round your answer to the nearest cent. So what do you think we need to do for this problem? We know what? Okay, we see bananas, we see apples, we see pears. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to circle this number here, and we want to find the apples. Okay, so what you need to do for this is multiply 3.24 times, well, what were the apples per pound? $1.39. So if you go to the grocery store, this actually happens a lot. Ask your parents if they're buying meat like chicken or beef or any fruits and vegetables. A lot of times it's not just going to be $1.39 for all these apples. It's $1.39 per pound. So if you're going to buy 3.24 pounds of apples, you need to multiply these to figure out how much you are going to pay for the apples. So let's do it. Okay, if we have 3.24 times 1.39, I know that 9 times 4 is what? Please put this in your notes. It should be 36. Carry your 3. 2 times 9, well, that's 18. 18 plus 3 is 21. So let's carry our 2. 9 times 3 is 27. 27 plus 2 is 29. So now we need a 0 as a placeholder. 3 times 4 is 12. Carry my 1. 3 times 2 is 6, plus 1 is 7. 3 times 3 is 9. Okay, now we're moving to the 1. So we need 2 zeros as placeholders. 1 times 4 is 4. 1 times 2 is 2. 1 times 3 is 3. So let's go ahead and add these. 6 plus 0 is 6. 2 plus 1, 3. 4 plus 9 plus 7, well, 7 plus 4 is 11. 11 plus 9 is 20. Carry my 2. 2 plus 2 is 4. 4 plus 2 is 6. 6 plus 9, 15. Carry my 1. 3 plus 1 is 4. Okay, so now we need to figure out how many times do we move our decimal. So I go up, check. Well, here's 1, 2, 3, 4. So if I have to move it 4 times, 1, 2, 3, 4 times, I get 4.5036. Well, realistically, if we're dealing with money, can I have $4.50 and some more things? No. So we need to round. So we know that we have to go to the nearest cent. So if I go to the 0, okay, and I look to the number to the right, which is 3, is 3 less than or greater than 5? Well, 3 is less than 5, so I know that I need to round down, meaning my answer is $4.50. That 0 is going to stay the same because 3 is less than 5. Now, if we add 5, 6, 7, or 8 here, or 9, this would become a 1. But it's $4.50. So if I'm going to the grocery store and I have 3.24 pounds of apples and they're $1.39 per pound, you're going to pay $4.50 for the apples that are in your bag. Go ahead and put this in your notes with all the work, please. So this got it is the last problem I want you to do today. Okay, it needs to be in your notes. Show all of your work. They want to know, suppose you also decide to buy 1 pear for your lunch. The pear you choose weighs 0.45 pounds. How much does the pear cost? Round your answer to the nearest penny. Okay, so look at this right here. What does this mean? Well, Well, it's $1.49 per pound. So there are two numbers you're going to have to multiply. Go ahead and think about what those numbers are going to be. Okay, it's $1.49 per pound. And your one pear weighs how much? Okay, go ahead and solve that problem for me. And make sure, if necessary, you round your answer to the nearest penny. Remember, penny is 2 spots after the decimal. Okay, so if you have 31 cents, the 1 is the penny. If you have 58 cents, the 8 is the penny. Okay, so go ahead and round, solve this problem, make sure you bring your notes to school tomorrow, and you are done with your homework when this is in your notes.